Finals. We're so excited. We're here already. This game is going to be so good. And yesterday, I got the chance to sit down with the two-time MVP. Steph Curry has been playing so well. He scored 36 points in 35 minutes the other night in Game 1. And we talked about the different style the Warriors are attacking with now that KD is hurt. Take a look.
Curry taking a three, rattles it down. What a shot by Steph Curry! Thompson in for the slam.
There is this lightness that you guys have been playing with since really the end of that Game 5 against Houston, Game 6, the beginning of this Blazers series. It does remind a lot of people of 2015, 2016. Does it feel that way to you?
With our core, obviously, without K, we have to play differently, and we have to kind of highlight what everybody's strengths are and do it by committee. You hear the noise, like, KD goes out. Nobody, it's weird to say, gave us a shot. They said we shouldn't have won the Houston series or whatever the case is. So, again, confidence and trust in each other to be able to make that adjustment on the fly.
You did hear from Houston the entire season. Oh, the Rockets were up 3-2 in last year's conference finals, and Chris Paul went down, and Rockets would have beaten the Warriors otherwise.
For sure.
What did you think of that noise during the regular season, and then in particular getting to go beat them when you were the guys who had the injury, but you still won that series?
It's kind of a beauty. There's obviously going to be a crash course. We're going to face them at some point, and I know they have a slogan to run it back, and the whole vibe of like, you play the what if game, all you want to. At the end of the day, like you said, we had an amazing 6-game series against them.
You take a little satisfaction out of the way things went down.
You saw the way we celebrated.
After how much talking they did?
For the conference semis, you saw the way we celebrated. That was for a reason.
This is a little complicated to talk about because it is nuanced, right? You guys, the way you played in 2015-16, the way you've been playing these last couple games, it is fun. That doesn't mean, and I've heard you say this, that you don't want Kevin Durant on your team. So how is that to sort of figure out how to thread that needle between both of those things being true?
It's fun to win. Like, I don't care what the narrative is. I think we talked about it when in the summer of 2016, just because K is a special, scorer and has abilities that nobody else in this world has, and in order to allow that to shine, things had to change a little bit. Again, when he goes out and he's not in the lineup, we have the ability and experience to shift.
People want you to like one style better than the other, though. Do you like one style better than the other?
Again, I like winning. So, again, whoever's on the floor, we know how to get that done. So
we've been talking about Kevin Durant's injury. We have not been talking about your near mortal wound that you got.
So catastrophic.
Can we discuss your finger? Can you show us, right?
I'm probably not the first person or the last person that'll have a dislocated finger, but it's been an interesting journey.
It was disgusting looking, first of all, on the court.
It was bad, and then you have to figure out how to tape it up and keep your touch. I've never actually had this happen before, so that was my initial thought. Was like, it looks terrible, so it has to be something like broken in there. More so just dealing with the pain when I got back out in a tape job that you're not used to, and you have to work through that. I think the biggest thing is on my off days I can't play golf. So
man,
the
struggle is real.
Terrible life.
The Golden State Warriors put away the Houston Rockets.
You've moved on to the Western Conference Finals, and you finished your series first, and you were waiting to see if Portland was going to beat Denver in their Game 7 of their series. What was it like watching that game, watching your younger brother?
Definitely a special moment. It was nerve-wracking. I get nervous watching him play regardless.
Right.
No matter.
It's your little brother.
Yeah, who he's playing, but in that.
Were you screaming at the TV? What were you doing?
Yeah, every time he shot it, every time CJ hit a tough shot, like I was a part of the Portland faithful for a little bit, but it was cool. And I know my mom called me right after the game on FaceTime when they were in the back, saying we'll see you on Tuesday. So it was cool.
Seth Curry and his brother Steph become the first brother combination to ever face each other in a conference final.
Parents were trying to figure out, how do we root for these kids? Whose team's gear do we wear? That kind of thing. And they decided to flip a coin, which your sister then captured on video.
They had so much nervous energy, so I didn't know how it was going to play out. And then I normally look up in my family section with my wife sitting up there, my parents or my sister, when something good happens, or I make a shot and I run down the court and I see my mom, like normal, stand up, start clapping. But all I see is like straight Portland across her jersey, and I'm I'm just confused. It's like really surreal type of moment. So I yelled up something to her, and then
What'd you say?
I was like, "Who you with? Who you with?"
And what about for you watching your brother? Because I know that you guys have played games against each other plenty before.
Yeah.
But you've been to a series this high stakes before. He hasn't. This is the biggest moment of his career. So when he's running down the court and launches a shot, what are you thinking? I hope it goes in. I hope it doesn't go in. Where's your brain at?
Let's just put it this way: when he's on defense, I could care less because I need to get my buckets up and score. Like when I was guarding him yesterday, he had a corner three in front of our bench, and it's such a mixed feel. Like I can't really turn it off, to be honest. I really is like, all right, I'll be okay if he makes this one. I'm gonna still contest really hard, so it looks good on film. But I might be okay with him making it. But it's just weird. You
guys have been competitive, obviously, your whole lives, the way brothers are. You were both in the three-point shooting contest at the NBA All-Star Game, and you guys placed a bet. Did you make a bet on this series?
No, the stakes are high enough. The bet is we get to go to the final. My parents are in a great shape. They get to go.
They get right no matter what.
So, but for me, it said there's
I feel like the winner should have to buy the loser something.
Maybe like a replica ring if they get to the final.
That is so cold. My God, I was thinking you were this nice big brother, or you're talking about how, I kind of want him to get a shot too. That's just mean.
I mean, stakes are high right now. We're good.
I was like, man, it's so nice. He's like, I'm okay if his shots go in. And then he's like, maybe if we win, I'll just get him a replica finals ring or something like that. It's so cold. Richard, how difficult do you think it would be? You've got two older brothers. Yeah. How difficult would it be to compete against your brothers?
Well, there's something special about it. There's something fun. The fact that they get to do it on the biggest stage, the fact that both brothers are in the NBA, the fact that they're both in the postseason, like that just in itself is amazing. But one thing that you don't get, when you have a rival, it could be LeBron James, it could be whoever it is, you get a break from them, right? You get a break. When you lose to your brother, you don't get a break. You see him on Christmas, you texting each other on birthdays, you're seeing each other at every event, family event. So when you lose, it's a different type of bragging rights that go into that. And obviously, Steph is a much better player, but Steph is a very good NBA player. And so, on any given night, he can hit a big shot, do something impressive. But to see the bond there and see how much they support each other is special.
How about the real talk of him saying he gets nervous watching his brother play, and that he was actually rooting for Portland to win because he wanted his brother to win, even if it meant going up head-to-head with him.
He said, I was part of the Blazers faithful.
Yes.
Game 7
you hear that, Blazers? Start the rumors. He's got a relationship with his brother. He could possibly go to Portland. He's got an option. Let's just say that.
He's got a $200 million contract.
No. Those things are so much fun. And look, when you really break it down, that's more important than anything. You would root for your brother. You would do that stuff. So that's where, of course, you want him to win. Of course, you want to beat your brother. Like, they've been playing against each other and competing against each other. And you could almost go to say that neither of them would be in this position if they weren't competing against each other since birth, right? Going out at practice and doing all these different things. So they've made each other better. So you want to root for them and you're happy for the success, but not too much success because I don't want you to beat me.
I think Steph is in the position of, hey, I'm a two-time MVP. I'm on one of the most dominant teams of all time. If he makes one corner three,
I'll be fine.
I'll be okay with it. It must be a nice.
He's just helping his brother secure the bag.
Can you do an imitation for us of Sonia Curry when she was wearing the Portland jersey but wanted to cheer for Steph?
It was like she was like afraid to.
She was like, oh.
And by the way, Steph caught her doing that.
Yes.
I guess he was watching TV.
You heard him in that interview. He said, I yelled up to her in the stands, who you with?
Yeah.
So there you go. And by the way, no one in that family talks trash better than Sonia Curry. I'm sure we'll do a piece on that at some point as well. Brian, thank you so much for being with us on this show. You are not done with work. We are going to see you later tonight when The Jump takes over SportsCenter at 7 p.m. Eastern. You stay with us right now, though, because coming up, we're going to find out how concerned someone like Richard Jefferson is over Kawhi Leonard's 2-point fourth quarter. Here's what The Jump recommends also for today. We're all about Brian Windhorst because his article on the Warriors having so much fun without Kevin Durant, but still insisting they can't wait for him to be back.
Free agency's already